For my slideshow, I'll be talking about Islamist groups in the Middle East. The Middle East is home to numerous and diverse Islamist groups. Many of these groups can be described as conservative and agree that Sharia law should be followed, but they differ on how to implement it. And each group has different agendas when it comes to the economy, government, international relations, and Islamic law. So the goal of this presentation is just to highlight a few of these groups and explain their goals and motivations, especially because in Western media, the Middle East is kind of just viewed as just everyone feels the same way about Islam and Sharia law and stuff like that. But in reality, these groups have very differing beliefs. The first group I'm going to talk about is in Iraq. It's the Islamic Dawah Party. This party does not call for an Islamic state and uses more secular language. It follows Shiaism. It emphasizes religious and democratic principles, but in recent years, it's drawn criticism for authoritarian tendencies. It also supports participation of women in politics, but very few cabinet posts are actually held by women. And in terms of economic policy, the Dawa Party supports a free market. The next party I'll talk about is from Lebanon. It's called the Hezbollah, and they're a Shiite political, military, and religious movement led by Sheikh Hassan Nasrallah, and they support an Islamic state. Women hold several mid-level positions in parliament, but not really in the highest level of the government. They have engaged in multiple wars with Israel, the most recent being in 2006, lasting 34 days. They view the U.S. as an enemy, and the U.S. has designated it as a terrorist group. The Muslim Brotherhood, which is in Syria, was founded in 1946 and wants a gradual implementation of Sharia law, and they follow Sunni Islam. It does support a pluralist civilian state despite this, so they support the rights of the Christian religious minority. They also support a free market, and they do not recognize the state of Israel. Hamas, which is from Palestine, was founded in 1987. It actually grew out of the Muslim Brotherhood. In 2006, they won parliamentary elections. They describe themselves as a centrist political party with democratic internal elections. They also support women participation in politics and support a Palestinian state based on the 1967 borders. The Muslim Brotherhood and Freedom Justice Party is in Egypt. It was founded in 2011 by Mohamed Morsi, but in 2014, the party was ordered to be dissolved and actually labeled a terrorist organization by Egypt's High Administrative Court. They support Sharia law for legislation, but want a civil state as opposed to a theocracy. They would allow religious minorities to practice their own traditions as a result of this. And this party, each member has very differing views on women's involvement in politics and the state of Israel as well. And these are the sources that I used for this presentation.